the very first question coming in from Blessing Arolo, and one I wanted to talk about in depth anyway, hence the title of the stream. He asked, will David Silva be an option since KDB is out injured? Now, KDB being out injured could be massive for us FPL managers that are willing to put that little bit of extra work in. With KDB out, KDB was probably the most nailed on member of that Man City midfield. I think none of us doubted that he was going to be a starter. So now he's out, there's going to be questions of what is Pep going to do. It automatically makes a lot of midfielders suddenly an option in Fantasy Premier League. Now, if we go over to transfers and bring up the Man City squad, we've got a few options here which could be considered budget options into a Man City midfield that looks like they're going to have fun this season. So we've got Bernardo Silva, who I've got in my side at the moment, 7.5 million. Mahrez is slightly cheaper than the likes of Sane and Sterling, could be an option. David Silva at 8.5 as well. So these are the players that are most likely to be the starting 11, with the likes of Gundogan and Fernandinho having played a lot recently. I mean, if Foden shows up and plays like he did in the Community Shield, 5 million could be an absolute steal, but that's probably dreaming. So we are looking at the likes of Bernardo Silva, David Silva as a cheap way inside, and maybe if you've got the budget, Mahrez. Sterling to me at 11 million, with me already going for Salah. That's a bit too much in one team's midfield to spend. That would be 24 million in total. I am hoping Bernardo Silva will keep his place because of this, because Pep's spoken so highly of him, because he's had good performances recently, and now that KDB is out injured, I'm hoping Bernardo Silva will stay in the side. Also, the benefit for me is at 7.5 million, probably the cheaper way into that midfield from at least attacking perspective, because I don't think Gundogan and Fernandinho are going to be that attacking. We could see a big price rise in Fernandinho. Right now, not Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva. Right now, Bernardo Silva is 98.9% of the way to a price rise tonight. 9.4% owned currently. I think that could keep rising if he keeps having good performances and keeps rising and scoring points. So, for me, Bernardo Silva will likely be staying on my side unless I see him suddenly not playing. I do like the idea of David Silva now, though, as well. I think David Silva and Bernardo Silva are the two creative players that will be needed in that midfield, with Kevin De Bruyne not there, as we do go over 50 people watching now. So just a bit of a slow start to the stream, but we're getting going. I definitely think we need to find out who the budget option is that is going to rise in price, because it will help our team value, and it's also a Man City midfielder. I'm not one to chase team value, but in a situation like this, I think we can all benefit if we just figure out who is the main man. I'm hoping it's Bernardo Silva, as Dan Allen has joined the flock. Thank you so much. If it is Bernardo Silva, I'm a very, very happy man, because I've had him from the start. So that is my take on that. But with David Silva, he, as far as I can see, there was an injury, but he should be back by this weekend. If we bring up the injury news, David Silva has a knock. Not really much detail given about it, and the site I'm using is Premier Injuries and their injury table. Potential return 19th of August, 50% likely to play. So I think this weekend it might be too early to take that risk of bringing him in, but see if he makes a sub appearance, and if he does, then I think David Silva could be a great option. Best 6.5 million midfielder, got Jota already. Thank you SFZ as well, you're my fave FPL expert. I appreciate that, man, I appreciate it. 6.5 million midfielders. Now, you've got to take into account this is me trying to look into the future, and I feel like this is something I want to try and do more anyway, because a lot of people are out there doing stats and talking about the general strategy and statistics and covering a lot of players sometimes, and I want to, as Gleddy joins the flock, thank you so much, I want to actually start talking football as well as doing all the stat stuff as well. I really like the idea of Ryan Fraser if he continues on his current form. 5.5 million, he's got 11 points from the first game week, but he also had a good end to last season. And often you get people have a good end to the last season, also have a good start to the current season. So Ryan Fraser at 5.5, that's 1 million less than your 6.5 million budget. Pedro I worry about unless Hazard starts playing up front as a false 9. But Hazard as a false 9 isn't appealing to me. But then if Pedro stays in the side, 6.5 million for a Chelsea attacking midfielder could be good. But again, I want to see how they play against Arsenal. Then they have some good fixtures after that. I mean, Jota, I would wait and see how well he does, seeing as you already have Jota. Goodmanson I like the look of, but Europa worries me. Richarlison has, of course, risen in price to 6.6, but if you can bring him in, he did score 2 from 2 shots. That's a very good return rate, but personally I prefer a player like Mane, and I know he's not in the 6.5 million bracket at all, who had 4 shots and scored 2 of them, because a 50% conversion rate is a lot more likely to continue than a 100% shot conversion rate. So he only had 2 chances against Wolves. I know they lost a man, so there's that. Pereira, the fixtures aren't amazing, but if he continues to be the main wide player at Watford, that'll be something we'll have to watch and see. I really like the look of Maddison as well. He's not popping up straight away because I don't think he got any points last weekend, but Maddison was one that impressed me against Man United. I think I've pretty much covered the ones I would be looking at in that price bracket. I may have missed someone. Lamela is meant to be back from injury this weekend. He could be one that maybe might be able to do something, but that again would be something I'd wait to see who is first choice, Lucas Moura or Lamela. But I'm pretty sure Lamela is 6.5 million as well. So hopefully that has helped you. I think for me, the ones I'm really looking at, Fraser and Maddison and maybe Pereira. And of course, Richarlison, but he's now 6.6 million.